most anatomy advice is completely useless? You spent months grading gestures, following tutorials, filling sketchbook with figures only to end up more confused than when you started. Everyone tells you to just draw more, but no one tells you what to do when you try really hard. Give it your all and still get nowhere. What if the way you are practicing is the reason you are stuck? I've been there too, until I changed the way I practice. This simple and effective improvement will save months or even years of wasted practice. You will improve skills, apply them much faster, and finally start drawing from imagination. Sounds like magic, but it's not. And you can start using it right away. Here is how most artists imagine learning anatomy. I'll just find a good reference or anatomy guide and just copy it. It sounds logical, and that's exactly why it fails. Because this approach turns learning into strict copying, and that slowly kills your creativity. You're afraid to stylize, afraid to explore, because you might get it wrong. Some might say, but I still gain knowledge and my skill grow. It works. Sure, but how did that progress actually happen? You repeat again, your brain fried because it's boring, and before you notice, you drop it. When you study anatomy, perspective, or any complex topic, overworking gives you the illusion of progress. Your brain stopped absorbing. You keep drawing, but it never clicks. So, working more actually makes things worse? Yeah, and here is the really good news. You don't need tons of hours a day to study anatomy effectively. But here is the catch. It only works if you take a break between sessions, and most importantly, keep your sessions short, so your brain actually absorbs what you have learned. You will get better results in much less time and avoid burnout completely. So what does effective anatomy practice actually look like? Pick just one pose. Spend a few minutes really observing it, not just glancing, but noticing structure, flow, weight. Then copy it. Push the shapes a bit if you want to stylize. Keep the reference in front of you. Wait, isn't this the same method you were just tearing apart? Almost. But before we fix the biggest reason you are not improving, make sure your tools are in the sink holding your bag. In the beginning, I didn't think gear mattered that much, but once I switched to something reliable, my focus, my line control, even the way I practiced got better. This is the Huion Canvas 16 Gen 3, a 15.8-inch display tablet I've been using for all my recent anatomy studies, and honestly, it surprised me. The display is crisp, 2.5K resolution, fully laminated, so there is almost no parallax. It just feels natural. The colors are accurate right out of the box, 99% sRGB with factory calibration for clean, natural tones. But the pen is what really makes it. With Huion's Pen Touch 4, you get 16K levels of pressure, tilt support, and just 2 grams of activation force. It reacts instantly, whether I'm sketching loose or refining tight shape. And yeah, the customizable button and dual dials, huge time savers. I use them to zoom, rotate, and change brush size without touching the keyboard. If you are building a serious routine and want a screen that won't get in the way, this one's solid. Check the link in the description. What's the real reason most artists stay stuck for years and never drawing from imagination? It all comes down to one missing habit: active recall. Now close the reference and try to draw the pose again from memory. And this is where most people hesitate. Wait, draw it from memory? No way, I'm not ready. Maybe I should just practice a bit more first? That reaction is normal. It feels safer to keep copying. I felt the same way, but safe doesn't mean smart. The first time I tried active recall, it felt unfair. One short session taught me more than 2 weeks of mindless sketching. A few sessions later, something clicked. The shapes felt clearer, the poses started flowing. For the first time, drawing from my head didn't feel terrifying. It felt possible. And the moment you try, you will feel the struggle immediately. That's your brain actually working. You are not just copying anymore. You are thinking. You are testing what you actually know, what you actually remember. But there is one simple change that will make this method even more powerful. powerful. If stylizing character feels confusing, my free Adapt kit explains exactly how proportions change from realistic anatomy to anime. Get it for free from the link in the description. But here is the moment everything clicks. Go back to the reference and compare it to what you drew. Ask yourself, what changed? What's missing? That's where real learning happens, when your brain fills the gap, not from theory, from experience. Without active recall, your brain struggles to connect anatomy to actual drawing. Just a few short sessions like this each week and your anatomy will start improving fast. You will stylize with ease, understand what matters, and finally draw from imagination. But did you know you can also learn anatomy passively? Watch the next video.